Mainit na pagbati po sa inyong lahat na narito ngayon para po sa aming pamilya. Para magbigay ng respeto, pagkilala at manalangin sa ganap na pagsasakabilang buhay ng aming daddy. Most of us honor our dead by saying that we love them so much. I dare not say that this is a cliche. On the contrary, I say, loving my father is my truth. I have loved my daddy since I was a little girl, and I will love him till God takes away my life. In moments of grief, like others, I take refuge by going back in time. Palagi kong tinatanong for years si Daddy kung gaano niya ako kamahal. The most recent ones were some months ago, before Daddy passed away. Lagi ko siyang tinatanong. Ang tanong ko sa kanya, Daddy, gaano mo po ako kamahal? Sasagot siya sa akin. At ang sasabihin niya, kakasing laki ng Asya. Isama mo pa ang Amerika, Europe, pati na rin ang Antarctica. Tapos, nagtatawanan kaming dalawa, kasama ang mga nurses at staff niya. My heart is full because my daddy's love for me surpasses this already big world. At another recent moment, days before he died, I remember asking a question with the same line of thought. Daddy, from a scale of 1 to 10, gaano mo po kami kamahal magkakapatid? Nandun po si Kuya Marlon, si Ate Wena, si Kuya Bong, si Ate Princess, si Kuya Strike, at saka si Dayan. Sabi ko, from 1 to 10, hindi ba? Alam po nyo? Sabi ko, Daddy, kindat ka from 1 to 10, gaano mo kami kamahal? He winked, o kinindatan niya po kami ng 11 times. If I had asked him on a scale of 1 to 100, I am sure he would have winked 101 times to express that he loves us that much. And every time that he would go on near-death moments, I would ask him to please wink for us in order to feel relieved. Kasi sasabihin ko sa kanya, Daddy, parang awa mo na po. Kumindat lang po kayo kasi hindi na po kami nakakatulog. We needed to be assured that the next day or tomorrow, he would wake up for us once again. Simpleng isang kindat lang ni Daddy, napapawi na lahat ang nerbiyos at takot naming lahat. Nang minsang isang madaling araw, pinapunta kami ng hospital for an emergency. Dahil hindi na siya nagre-respond sa kahit ano sa paligid niya. Nagpuntahan po kami lahat na magkakapatid kasama po ang ilang apo. Inabot po namin na namumutla na po siya with a blood pressure of 50/30 and a 33 point something na temperature. Alam po ninyo kung anong nagpagising sa daddy ko? Ginising namin si daddy with a wrap, with matching dance sa harap niya. Di naman po nagtagal at naging successful kami. Naingayan yata si Daddy Lo. Walang nagawa kundi magising at ibigay ang kinukulit naming kindat. At syempre, when he woke up, though he was weak, but his mind was fully aware, alam po niya kung ano ang nangyayari sa paligid niya. And it became final. He wanted to go home to Rancho to see his pet animals. Daddy didn't want to stay longer in the hospital. He wanted to be at the Rancho. By God's merciful grace, my siblings and I were able to set up an ICU room in Cavite. Of course, not at once did the 7 of us agree to take him out of the hospital. We each love our dad in our different special ways. Not long though, his wish to be at the Rancho won our hearts over. My siblings and I decided to set up the ICU sa Rancho. Suddenly, Ate Rowena and I were always on the phone, coordinating po to get cardiac monitors, infusion pump, high flow ventilator, and other ICU equipment. Sa awa naman po ng Panginoong Diyos, in 24 hours, we were able to complete it. We were able to provide our dear daddy ng kung anuman po ang kakailanganin po niya sa Rancho para maging ito ay isang maliit na intensive care unit. Dinala po namin si Daddy sa Rancho to as he wished. It was really a miracle. Salamat sa iyo, Panginoon. In his favorite space at the Rancho, Daddy was able to see all his children and apos, bidding them farewell and wishing them all to live a good life ahead of them, reminding us all to take in his strength in life and avoiding all that were his weaknesses. Si Daddy Lo was the simplest man I knew. He would be the happiest with anything I could bring to him once in a while. Single order lang sa isang restaurant, some fresh vegetables and fruits, or kalderetang kambing. Masaya na siya. On special occasions, I would make sure na may bagong polo na susuotin si Daddy, lalong-lalo na pag birthday niya. Pinapagawan ko siya ng damit kay Paul. At pag nakuha niyo yung damit niya, masayang-masaya na siya. Tapos yun talaga yung isusuot niya sa kanyang birthday. One of my best times spent with Daddy was for a New Year celebration with the staff. After I recovered from getting sick during the holidays, Daddy and I welcomed 2020 with his closest personnel. How I wish it could be the same for us again next year. How I wish we could continue our weekly 30-minute bonding that's been really precious to me, even if it means isang oras from Antipolo, isang oras at kalahating biyahe papunta Cavite. 30 minutes ako magsistay sa daddy ko para i-kiss ko lang siya. Uuwi na ako, isang oras at kalahati uli, pabalik sa aming bahay. Seeing how tiring it was for me, there was a time when he joked about buying a helicopter or a chopper for me so that I wouldn't be burdened with the travel. Really, my dad, alam po ninyo, alam ko naman, alam nating lahat na kuripot si Daddy Lo. Pero siguro, that's his way of telling me lang na baka nahihirapan ako or para mas ma-inspire ako na bisitahin ko siya. Pero kahit walang helicopter, hindi ako magsasawa na bisitahin si Daddy once a week dahil hindi kompleto ang linggo ko kung hindi ko man siya nakita ng personal o kumausap man lang sa telepono. I will miss joking, singing, and dancing around with Daddy. Our last dance was to the tune of Nat King Cole's L.O.V.E. And our last song was to the tune of Nat King Cole's Smile Though Your Heart is Aching. These were just a few weeks ago, and now we are all here in eulogy for him. These are portions of my historical narratives about how my dad and I love each other. These are brief summaries of our personal truth as father and daughter with my sibling. My life with my father is my eternal truth, and he is my eternal love. At moments of grief, would now visit me more often. The truth, I am now trying my best or trying hard to embrace is pain. Pain of losing my dearest daddy. Pain of losing. Pwede ko na din siyang tawagin best friend ko. Pasensya na po kayo. Pain at having to live with this empty space in my heart until I see him again in the afterlife. The painful truth that there is grief when there is love. Was I ready to let go of Daddy? No. Who's ever ready of losing the most important person in your life, aside from my family, I mean my husband and my children? How could I be ready? My dad is excited when he reaches age ng 100, pag dumating daw po siya ng 100 years old, Meron po tayong batas ngayon sa Pilipinas na kapag nakarating ka po ng 100 years old, ang mga seniors po natin ay makakatanggap ng 100,000. Ang sabi po niya, he said, he will give it all to his staff in the rancho. I also knew of his grand plan to attend the 18th birthday of my daughter Cassandra 6 years from now. Sabi ng kanyang kasabay sa rancho. We siblings witnessed how hard he fought the painful journey to recover and be well, just to give in to our pleading to stay with us longer than his will and body allows him. I was never ready to let him go until he asked me to. It was a few days before he passed away. Daddy asked me to go to his side and told me, "Anak, I'm suffering already." And I said to him, "Okay, Daddy, everything's gonna be okay. Irerespeto ko po yung decision po ninyo." Then we both fell into silence for a minute or two. After that, Daddy spoke again and pleaded as he called me Nanay, since I was named after his mother, my Lola Andrea. Daddy said, "Nay, tulungan mo ako. I felt the sharpest knife stab my heart. My dad is in great pain to have to ask me that, when all these years he had victoriously fought hard to live for us. For despite his willpower being so mighty and his dedication strong and brave, medyo nanghina na lang po siya." Our daddy told us his wishes. He asked for our blessings, for our permission to let him go. Our Father, who unconditionally loved us all until his foreseen last breath, didn't want us to feel betrayed. He needed to know we can all allow him to let go. And we did, with unexplainable pain and longing in our hearts. Daddy's heart was failing him. Cassandra, my eldest daughter, asked Daddy-Lo to be better so that hindi na daw ako iiyak. It was then that I had to assure both of them, Daddy and Cassandra, that I'm going to be okay. I told Cassandra not to worry about me, that Mommy's going to be okay, and that we have to let him go. It was also about the same instance when Via told Kuya Bong, "You know, Tito Bong, if ever Daddy-Lo's heart fails, I know how to do CPR." Kuya Bong then, as a reply, asked her, "Where did you learn that?" And Via replied back saying, "I learned it on YouTube." Kuya Bong couldn't help but smile despite being teary-eyed. Following closely that conversation, my niece Cheska shared that Via had a suggestion to the family. She encouraged Via to tell us. As it happened, my 10-year-old daughter Via suggested that we all take a piece from each of our hearts and put them all together to add to what remains of Daddy's heart so it can be made whole again. Such an innocent and beautiful concept to keep our Daddy-Lo alive. Cassandra and Via truly knew my daddy means the world to me. How I wish keeping a precious life like my dad can be saved as magically as that. Since daddy's first stroke, he had been fighting for his life, and we have been struggling with a smile through our hearts. We're all aching. Though our hearts, lahat kami, ang puso namin, nasasaktan. It is just gracious to thank the doctors now almost family, who were with us in all our struggles through the many years. Our endless gratitude to Dr. Ruth de Binagracia, Dr. Nick Cruz, Dr. Cristina Macrohan Valdez, Dr. Salvador Abad Santos, Dr. Benjamin Balmores, and Dr. Guillermo Silva from Houston, Texas. Your medical expertise and compassion gave us more time with our Father. You have been God's instrument in allowing our Father to stay with us a little longer. Maraming salamat po sa kanyang mga doktor. Thank you also to the kind staff of St. Luke's Medical Center Global, who consistently stayed vigilant in taking care of our daddy. Fact is, a good number of them fondly called him Daddy as well, or Daddy Lo. For 93 years, our dad walked, ran, sang, and danced in this lifetime. He happily embraced what God asked him to do. He humbly rose from the ranks to achieve his dreams. He dined with the masses and the elite in equal footing. He did his films full of passion for the Filipino people. He tirelessly served the Filipino people through the Senate and the public offices. He effectively made significant memories with people from all walks of life. But for most of all, he embraced his patriarch responsibilities with a full heart. He loved his children unconditionally, providing, hindi man maluho, pero yung tama lang, and guiding us all through life's many mysteries. Maraming salamat po sa lahat po ng nakiramay for your expression of sympathies and prayers for our dad, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Maraming salamat po sa mga bulaklak na ipinadala ng mga kaibigan po namin para kay Daddy. I would like to acknowledge and declare, to thank also, of course, our Heavenly Father, God, for the life of my daddy lived. God was so faithful to him. Daddy's life was extraordinary because he had an awesome God who completed what he purposed Daddy to achieve and accomplish. The grace of God was evident in his life. In his last few years, we all witnessed a man of the world become a man of God, and we give back all the glory to Papa Jesus. At sa pagkakataon rin pong ito, gusto ko rin pong pasalamatan ang bawat isang kapatid ko na naririto. Hindi ko man mabanggit ang isa-isa sa pangalan ninyo, pero alam nyo kung sino kayo. Mahal namin kayong 7 at mahal din kayo ni Daddy Lo. Ngayon, kay Kuya Marlon, Daddy wants you to take care of your health. He wants nothing more but for you to enjoy the best things in life. Kay Ate Wena, Daddy wants you to be strong for us. We always look up to your motherly, sisterly care for all of us. Kailangan ka namin. Kuya Bong, alam mo naman na yung binilin sa'yo ni Daddy. And we all know that you're a man of strength, faith, trust, as Daddy's beholden junior. Ate Princess, Daddy would want you to spend more time with us. At marami din daw salamat sa offer mo na ibili siya ng bagong kotse. Kuya Strike, alam ko, Daddy feels that this journey made us closer to each other more than ever. It feels really good to see your handsome smile more often. Thank you, Shay. And Diane, I'm proud of you kasi nag-step up ka. Itong mga pagsubok na dumaan sa atin. Nakita ko na mas naging responsable ka. I'm very proud of you. To Ate Evelyn, even if she's not here tonight, Ate Evelyn, thank you for sincerely loving Daddy Lo, and I know he loves you too very much. Kay Ate Lani, maraming salamat Ate Lani sa pagtulong mo sa amin, from the coordinator, basta sa mga bagay na naitulong mo. Kay Ate Gigi, I just want to thank you dahil sa last few months ni Daddy dito sa Earth, ikaw yung naging chef niya, and he looks forward talaga na kumain ng dinner dahil inaantay niya yung pagkain na iluluto mo. And to Shay, I would like to thank you for taking care of Strike, kay Kuya Strike, and also nakikita ko rin, every time na you're there with Strike and Shaylee, you would also make Daddy laugh. And for that, maraming salamat. Thank you rin sa mga nakakatandang apo na sina Jolo at Brian for all the help and assistance. Thank you rin sa mga anak ni Kuya Marlon na nasa abroad na gumawa ng video para kantahan si Daddy Lo. Hindi ko na maiisa-isa yung mga apo kasi ang dami-dami nila. Pero alam nyo kung sino kayo. At alam nyo na mahal kayo ni Daddy Lo. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga pamangkin ko sa pagkiisa sa ating pamilya para kay Daddy. Gayon din sa mga nurses ni Daddy na buong pagsisikap na nag-alaga sa kanya at hindi siya iniwan sa kanyang pagsubok kahit pa may pandemya. Sa inyo, Honey, Nurse Cheche, Nicabel, Ana, Melo, Eddie, maraming salamat sa inyo at mahal namin kayo. Maraming salamat din po sa lahat ng nag-risk na magpunta at magbigay ng respeto sa Daddy namin sa wake. Paumanhin po sa ilan na hindi po na-accommodate. May pinatutupad po kasi kaming protocol pangkaligtasan gawa po ng pandemya. Please, allow me to say a few more words to my dad before I end. I love you very much, Daddy Lo. It is never easy. Imposibleng maging handa sa pag-alis mo. Pero susubukan ko, Daddy. I'll try my best to be strong dahil yan ang gusto mo at yan ang gusto ni God. Kahit pag gusto pa kitang yakapin, kahit pag gusto ko pang makinig sa mga paborito mong kanta. My heart is aching, Daddy Lo, because I will surely miss you. Pero sige, alam ko naman pong pagod na rin ang iyong katawan. Magpahinga na po kayo kasama ni God, kasama ni Mami Sena at ni Audrey. Until my last breath, I will give you honor and praise, my Until my last breath, I will give you honor and praise, my ever dearest Daddy Lo. You have given us everything and have instilled kindness, humility, and wisdom in our hearts. I'm always beholden in the abundance of your love. You protected me while I was growing up. I vow to protect these treasures of love for all my life. I'm not saying goodbye, Daddy. I will only say, until we see each other again. For now, I will keep remembering that you are keeping me in your heart as I keep you in mine forever. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat for hearing the truth about my father and I. May God bless us all. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat po.